What looked at first like ordinary retail losses did not, investigators say, remain ordinary for long. Missing inventory, power tools disappearing, returns that did not make sense, numbers that would not reconcile, the kinds of anomalies stores may catch one incident at a time. But according to investigators, this was not random theft. It was repetition, coordination, a pattern, store after store, trip after trip, merchandise lifted, moved, and allegedly funneled through a system designed to turn stolen goods into cash. And that is when what may have looked like ordinary shoplifting began to look more like something else. An operation, not chaos. Structure. Investigators say the theft ring did not rely on one theft going unnoticed. It relied on many, small hits, repeated over time, until the scale became impossible to ignore, and somewhere inside that pattern, authorities say, they began seeing something larger emerge, not just stolen tools, but an organized machine. One built in plain sight, operating under fluorescent lights while customers push carts past aisles where, investigators say, merchandise may have been walking out the door day after day, and once detectives began pulling on those threads, they say an entire network started to come into view, because this case, authorities allege, was never about one theft. It was about a system hiding inside ordinary business, and investigators were only beginning to understand how large it might be. What investigators say they uncovered was not a string of isolated thefts, it was a system. According to authorities, what began as suspicious losses was traced into something far more organized, a theft ring allegedly built on coordination, repetition, and resale. Store shelves were only the beginning, because investigators say the real operation moved beyond the aisles. Stolen merchandise did not simply disappear. It moved from stores to vehicles to storage locations to resale channels where, authorities allege, ordinary consumers may have had no idea where the products originated. And that is where this case changed, because once investigators began following merchandise instead of just theft reports, they say they were no longer looking at shoplifting. They were mapping an enterprise, a network, one theft connected to another, one participant tied to another, and what may have looked at first like scattered losses started to resemble a coordinated business model built on stolen goods. According to prosecutors, the alleged ring operated at a scale far beyond what most customers walking through a home improvement store would ever imagine. Power tools, high-value equipment, merchandise moving in volume. Investigators say millions in losses may have flowed through that system, and as surveillance records and evidence accumulated, authorities say the case moved toward takedowns, searches, arrests, and the collapse of an operation they allege had been hiding in plain sight. But what makes this case linger is not only the scale, it is the realization that organized retail theft may not be impulsive crime at all. It can look structured, calculated, industrial, less smash and grab. More underground supply chain, and maybe that is the larger story here, not one theft ring, but what it revealed, that behind ordinary shopping trips, ordinary receipts, ordinary shelves, there may be criminal systems operating and most people never notice until prosecutors pull them into daylight, because this case did not begin with one stolen item, and according to investigators, it did not end with one arrest, it exposed something much bigger. A business model built on theft, and a network authorities say they are determined to dismantle.